Friends, welcome to CaFFe Gospel Ministries. How interesting is the first reading. The Lord appeared to Abraham at the oak of Mamre while he was sitting by the entrance of the tent during the hottest part of the day. Let's begin with at and under. When the Lord comes, Abraham was at the oak but in the hot sun. And when the Lord departs, he is under the tree in the coolness. This is faith, this is prayer, being in the presence and friendship. The apparition happens on the hottest part of the day. Take it symbolic, as Abraham finds himself in a burning point of life which his mind could not explain. The hottest moments in life could be the one that we feel as nothing in life works proper. Still, the Lord has a plan. Recently, I visited a parishioner who lifted me up in faith even while he falls into a step-by-step dementia. He shared that though he has been warned of only very short span, he believes in a plan above. Abraham moves from the hot point to the cool point when he entertains the friendship of the divine. This is prayer, this is spiritual journey, and this is faith in hottest experiences of life, seeking and sitting under the shelter of God's possibilities. Abraham models faith in the image of a host. He invites a divine guest under the coolness of the tree. Prayer is this moment we come under the shade of the divine. As a host, he hurries, but he begins everything from being under the coolness of the tree. He calls Sarah to hurry, and the servants to hurry, and then he joins the guests to wait on them. Being under the shelter of the Lord is a model of Abrahamic faith. He moved from the tent to the shelter of the divine and was blessed. In the Gospel, it is Martha and Mary passage. It's a passage that faces much criticism on the grounds that Jesus could have been fair with Martha. When Bible gives a narration, it does not aim at history or good manners. It gives faith training and Christian way. Being a host is a powerful symbol and a spiritual pattern. Abraham brought the guests under the coolness of the tree, whereas Martha and Mary are in two positions. Martha stays in the hottest part of the house and Mary in the coolness of the room. We need to come out from the kitchen of Martha to understand the depth of this passage. Martha undergoes burning problems while Mary comes in the shelter of the possibilities of the Lord. Abraham hurried and then he came to the shelter and coolness of the divine, while Martha worries and stands away. The story ends with a blessing missed for Martha. Martha is Abraham at the tent on the hottest part of the day, and Mary is him under the tree finding the shelter of the divine and a blessing. Faith is friendship with the Lord. It demands presence as in every other friendship. Revelation 3:20, Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and eat with him and he with me. These words are addressed to church in Laodicea who are lukewarm, materialistic, and in a spiritual bankruptcy. Our Christian life can sometimes just stay at or around rather than under the shelter. I could be at the church or in the church in anything that we come together here. Abraham was at the oak and then he moved under the tree when the divine was felt. Friends, faith is communion, faith is friendship, and faith is coming into the presence as Mary. Faith is coming into the coolness of the divine. Psalm 91:1, He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Proverbs 18:10, The name of the Lord is strong tower. The righteous man runs into it and is safe. Again, Isaiah 25:4, You have been a stronghold to the poor, a shelter from the storm and a shade from the heat. May the Lord increase our faith to shelter in faith. God bless you all. Father.